everybody, how's it going? Yo, Queen, long time no see. How have you been? I'm in a good mood today. You wanna know why I'm in a good mood today? I'm wearing pants. It's cool enough to wear pants today. That is everything to me. I hate shorts. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Queen. I've been great. I've been doing great. And yes, we can be both. We can be both, Queen. Coco, are you able to join us today in the stream? Or are you at the same place we are in the game? Cole has not been wearing pants. No, I've just been wearing shorts. It's not that I've been wearing nothing below the waist. Could you imagine? No, I've been wearing shorts. Don't worry. We can and we are. Well put, Glemerson. Well put. Shorts are amazing though. No, short person like not. No, that's the thing, Coco. Shorts make you look even shorter. It cuts off your line. If you're short, you gotta wear long pants to make yourself look taller. It's a real thing. I haven't been around just because of spoilers. Oh yeah, no worries. We don't have this game, so I can finally come around. Oh nice. Yeah, this game's fun. This game's fun. Even if you don't know what's going on in the story, it's fun. It's fun to watch. That's for tomorrow. Oh, okay, cool. So you're probably at the bounce then. I gotcha. There's no proof, guys. What do you want me to do? I can't prove it. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. You wear shorts that are high-waisted? No. I don't like high-waisted anything on myself. No. I like them just at the hips. It's funny, even in dance class, you'd have to wear like your tights or your dance pants, whatever you're wearing, like up, like almost up to your belly button. I hated it. I hated it so much. I'm like, no, I want it down to like where my hips are. Why would I want it all the way up there? No. Go. Leotards. No, I never wore leotards. I reject your reality and substitute my own. You know what? You are free to do that, Coffee Cups. You are free to do that. There we go. Yeah, no, guys never had to wear leotards in dance. We just wore like shirts and dance shorts, or dance pants, or tights, depending on what class it was. Tap, you had the most freedom. Didn't really matter what you wore as long as you could move. Well, I probably love tap so much. You can style however you want to style. Boo boop boop doo boo. Boo boop boop doo boo boo. Also, it's gone now. But Glenn, you're the new boss. I didn't notice that. You defeated one. You're the boss again. Boo doo boo doo boo boo. I have no idea where we're going now in this game, and that's exciting. Do you not have another word for those trousers that end slightly above or below the knees? I don't think so. Because shorts for me are shorts, you know. Oh. See, at least in my vocabulary, like, shorts are anything that just aren't full pants. Like, if they're cut off anywhere close to the knee, they're shorts. And short shorts go, like, much shorter than that, you know? I don't think there's a word. Capris? Oh, I've never really understood the term capris. Is that when they're, like, below your knee? Because I would hate that. Let's switch over, shall we? These games always go longer, so I feel inclined to start them sooner so we can get through it. We either call them capris or Bermudas, depending on how long they are. Like the Bermuda Triangle. Is it because you don't know where the knee is? The Bermuda shorts. No one knows where the knee is. It's somewhere in there. That's interesting, though. I want to go to an orchestra that plays the Ancestor songs. How cool would that be? It'd be the freaking best. It'd be so dope. On Splatoon, I wish I could get into Splatoon. I might try Splatoon to try to get into Splatoon 3. But for me, it's the aiming. Unless I have like a good control, the Joy-Cons are too stubby. I can't aim properly. Yeah, no worries, Coco. Have a great rest of your day. Words? Nope, they're gone. I have no idea what I was gonna say. Have a great time, Coco. Ocean, how's it going, man? Yeah, okay. So when I stream this on Saturdays, you're ahead of us. Bummer. Maybe I'll switch to Saturdays just so you can join us. Cause like, yo, I miss you in chat. I hate when people can't watch. All right, let's continue, shall we? Oh, it's gonna be an anime when it starts. I presume that is. I'm gonna judge you in Skyward Sword. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Anime? Reading the animated intro. The Clouded Kokoro. Totoro?
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Ooh. Oh, I thought there was gonna be more animations. I mean, to be fair, we saw the animation of him getting burned or someone burning in the carriage last time, so that's fair. Also, how's the game volume? Is it too loud or too quiet? I can change it up and down. It looks like I adjusted it. I don't remember adjusting it, but it looks like it's different than usual. So let me know how it sounds. Regardless of the trousers and what to call them, I will not be here this Saturday. Aw, no worries, Coffee Cuss Man. What are you up to? Okay. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruto? No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious. I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than the day even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Bureau, I wasn't gonna waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Like a cat. Oh yes, it really was a sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except, when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oops! Sorry about that. The building was so impressive, and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. Damn. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help. Oh my gosh, she's crying. I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. Oh my god, no. Sasato, no. Hug, I really am sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. Ugh, London is a scary place. Ah, good morning to you this early hour. I knew it was gonna be him. Oh, yes, well. Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Susato is amazing. She doesn't bat an eye, even in the presence of someone imposing like Lord Strongheart. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. No, yes, it was very eye-opening. Thank you. And in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruto performed his duty to the end. Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. No! No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land. Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now. Do I get my lawyer's badge? Can I have a lawyer's badge? Hey. Does it come with a badge? Perhaps of a lawyer variety, maybe? Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem. Yeah, no, not at all. As long as, you know, I get a badge of a certain lawyer variety. Another case? Already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? Maybe a little. It's just that yesterday's trial ended. Unusually, I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? Badge! Please! Yep, flashback. Yeah, he got away. But who was in the carriage when it got burned up? He's definitely guilty. We definitely let a guilty man go off the hook. I volunteered to work at a Renaissance fair Saturday. Oh, it's the 11th, and while I don't normally feel that much older than all of you, unless childhood media is being discussed, I didn't want to spend the day being the only one who actually remembers. I'm from NYC area. Oh, I'm so sorry, Coffee Cuts, man. No, I totally get that, dude. I totally get that. You know, I was super young when it happened. I didn't even fully understand what was happening. That's rough, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, that sounds awesome though. Renaissance fair? Hell yeah, man. Can you, will you be able, oh, I guess it's a Renaissance, so I guess you wouldn't have a camera. But I was gonna say, take pictures. We'd love to see it. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent. Mr. Naruto, it's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended. Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry? What do you mean? What a strong heart. Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial. Was he in the carriage? Did he get burned up? No! What? Mr. McGilded is dead? Who let these birds in here? I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. Yeah, what happened to him?
I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. I do remember, the Phoenix Wright omnibus.
Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of.
No, don't worry, Gleb. I knew this. I knew that's what you meant. Especially with the B-Pog. In hollowed out books? Ooh, now that sounds like a super spy. That's cool. That's cool. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
Oh! How could such a thing have happened?
That is being investigated as we speak, but already the police have identified a corpse found inside the charged shell of the carriage as that of Mr. McGilded.
That's awful!
The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
That bailiff really needs to pay more attention.
And how could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak. This bad boy can receive calls. Your book rings. Hey, dude, your book is ringing. What does that mean?
Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
He did? Oh, yeah. The characters are trying to escape. We use an iPad to run credit and debit sales. We just refer to it as a fairy pad. That's so funny. Look at this magical witchcraft. It's a fairy pad. An inspection of the omnibus. Not to my knowledge. I don't believe the Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about?
Never mind that. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police. Oh my god, I'm watching Archer, and I've just caught up to the season where he comes out of the coma, and his cane reminded me just like Archer's.
Poor Mr. McGilded.
British court, please. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court?
No! Well, I don't know. I mean, it was... wow!
Mr. Naruto means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades.
Imagine talking about his iPad in public like, hey, I took that fairy pad last afternoon. Wait, what? I took that fairy pad last afternoon? Yeah, it would be weird to talk about it in public, though. Just pretending it's not scientific. That would break character for me.
Wow! Susato-san has such a way with words!
And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones.
Was I speaking out loud? That's twice now where I've said something in my head and then someone else responds to me. Do I not realize I'm talking out loud when I'm in my head? The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can.
The most advanced in the world, is it?
It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
Simple? That was simple? A simple dimple.
As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial that you couldn't lose.
I don't mean to be, contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple.
The circumstances of the case were so incriminating. I was stunned when I first heard them.
We used to vend at this one affair that was held in the Revolutionary War era fort, which is a cute idea, except the fort is right next to the Philadelphia airport. So every few minutes you had to stop talking and wait for the dragon to land. I love that. That's really clever.
In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny?
No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent, wouldn't you agree?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much at least is undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before.
What's going on? What was he going to say before?
The new case?
The new case, huh?
Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned?
Don't tell me it's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes.
Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different.
Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind? Am I speaking out loud?
I swear to God, he doesn't realize he's talking out loud. That's canon to me now. Everything he says in his head, he's actually saying out loud, and he does not know it. It felt like, oh no, I think this one is gonna land on us. That is to say, no one has died as yet. And the trial will not be today. And there is plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. Oh, good. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise.
Huh? So the trial's tomorrow then.
Ryan talking like Fleabag? Wait, who's Fleabag? Remind me, because I totally know.
Is everything all right?
Oh! Yeah, yes, I'm just a little confused, that's all.
If you haven't watched Fleabag, you should watch Fleabag. Okay, I should watch Fleabag then. Maybe I'll recognize it? It sounds like it's a cartoon. Oh, it's not. 2016, okay. No, I've never heard of it or seen it. I just imagined it was like a dog or something.
Yesterday's trial was... Well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer.
No, Mr. Naruto.
I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after McGilded's trial.
Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. There was one similarity with yesterday's case. Am I against the same prosecutor? Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense.
Oh!
The situation remains unchanged. The trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
The most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Great. Yes, that's right.
Ugh, here we go again.
Your time is up. You die here. You will have to excuse me as I kill you. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial as I hunt you down. Oops. After all, the clock is ever ticking on your life. Yo, kid, how's it going, dude? There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits.
Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time.
And one more thing, Mr. Naruto. There is something I should like to ask you.
No, what's that?
Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asugi. Ryan just starts dancing.
Oh! Oh yeah, this is my Groot.
He said, what? What are you, what?
No, this is my beat.
Like, we don't have time for this. Will you persist in the dance?
Nah, man, this is my groove.
All right. We're moving on.
I would be interested to hear.
I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds.
Oh, well, Cosmo always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how to learn how the greatest justice system in the world works so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing. Oh,
Another thing. Continue.
on the way here on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important that I have to do.
Something very important. And what exactly would that be?
He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to the Great Britain.
You're out of time.
Oh!
Well, thank you for your enlightened discussion.
Mr. Naruto, what's all this about?
Cool, be second on the dance floor. Oh, can I slay on the dance floor? I'm glad you think so.
Mr. Suki never once mentioned anything of the sort to me.
Well, yeah, well, that's just because, he liked me more, obviously. No competition or anything, but, he was totally gonna marry me. Yeah, I figured, the thing he wanted to do was, change the law system, so we could totally get engaged, but, who's to say, really? Who's to say? He could have been into you, but, I mean, I was in his closet after all.
I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. Oh, hello? And I'm taking the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you of the details.
How long has he been there?
Long enough to see your idiot dance moves. So, I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell.
Goodbye.
Is he holding French fries? I think he's holding French fries.
There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma, what did you mean?
I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
Hello, strange man.
I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all.
Those are definitely fries. They have to be fries. French fries?
Just look at all the naughty books.
What? No, that's not what I clicked on. No, I clicked on the French fries. Yo, hello, gamers! What's up, streamer man? How's it going, dude? Ugh, I clicked on the wrong thing. I want to click on the man of the hour. Those are French fries. In a newspaper. I think this might be Gumshoe's ancestor. I don't know. I don't know what gives me that you know, that feeling, but he feels like Gumshoe material. Just something about him. The way he's eating those fries. Yo, Juan, how's it going, dude? I can say I've never seen anyone eat French fries in a newspaper before. It's very, very interesting. Lada's ancestor? I can kind of see it. Oh, no. You know what? It's his face. That's Ben's. That's Ben's ancestor. Look how skinny it is. There's like no chin. That has to be Ben.
Could we trouble you?
What do you think?
Mom. Lovely weather, isn't it?
What's the weather got to do with anything?
Ugh.
Japanese upstart. Some flippery about the weather doesn't get every English sun eating out of your hand, you know.
Ugh. But Susanna told me it was foolproof.
I'm a busy man, a very busy man. Jesus, dude, take it easy with the French fries. Oh my god. No, I need to get it when he's eating it. Got it. It's not going. I need answer to this ice cream cone. It's not an ice cream cone. It's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you to talking to.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry.
Can you imagine what the officers there will be saying, Have you the Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the big wigs these days. And all because of some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from our country I've never heard of. I heard that ripping sound. That's my reputation that you're going to tatters. Have you ever dipped a fry in ice cream? Yes. Wendy's especially. We dip our French fries in their Frosties. So good, so good. As a bottomless ice, not ice cream. That's my reasoning why I have done that before.
There's no need to rip us apart as well.
I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryan Osuke Naruto, a defense lawyer.
Yeah, right? Coffee cups in a Frosty? So good, so good. McDonald's hot fudge sundae with fries? Ooh, I've never had that before. Tastes like cake because the ice cream and chocolate with the oh, that does sound good. I am partial to the Wendy's and the Frosties though. The Wendy's fries or they used to be really good rather. I went to McDonald's to live the American experience and obviously had to try fries with ice cream. I feel like I've never had fries with ice cream. Frosty, but it's close to ice cream. I feel like it'd be similar.
It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant, Su... It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it?
It's unseasonably fine, I grant you. It's not that winters don't see a lot of sunshine.
Unbelievable! How did she pull that off?
A Frosty? It's like it's kind of like a melted ice cream almost. It's more slushy than it is ice cream, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like just soft, really soft ice cream. The voice, it's perfect, isn't it? I just tried it and I'm loving it. It fits so well. So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill in you on the case. The name's Tobias Gregerson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Gregson? Inspector Gregson?
What's the matter with Chisato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her?
It's got to be partnered with our dear Herlock Sholmes. It's like a thicker milkshake. Oh, I find it thin. Oh no, I guess you're right. No. Yeah. Yes, a thicker milkshake. Yes. I'm making this any clearer, but thinking, yeah, no worries, Glenn. Inspector Gregson.
Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson?
You're acting like you know this man, Chisato-san. But he's a London detective.
Oh, I do know him very well, in fact.
Very well.
Yes, he features prominently in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
I knew it.
Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? The Rance magazine?
That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry.
Oh, the rivals.
Really? You rival the great Mr. Sholmes. That's incredible.
Well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come up with the goods from time to time.
Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. But, Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yards. Those were his own words.
That's his highest praise?
Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
That he is not, and the flex of the magazine's my name known all over London town now.
That's great, isn't it?
Glenn. Good use of your powers, I see there, Glenn. That's so funny. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I posted a TikTok in Discord in the meme section. There's this machine that you can put liquids into to make different types of pasta. This girl was putting like matcha in to make green matcha pasta, or like strawberry syrup to like make strawberry flavored pasta. It looked really weird. But anyways, I think we all know what Drippy would put into it. He would totally make ketchup pasta. And it makes pasta. I didn't stop there, streamer. You cut me off.
I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, well, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation in the yard went through the roof.
Well, that's wonderful.
No, it's not! There's nothing more sinister than a man on the street. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure.
Rumors?
Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head, stuff like that.
Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
Like I said, they whisper. So I can't catch exactly what they're saying, but I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying. As sure as eggs are eggs.
Is that a saying? Eggs is eggs? Who puts ketchup on noodles? Drippy.
I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work.
Oh dear. Perhaps a sudden rise to fame does change people.
Chaotic evil.
So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before.
Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be simpler.
Oh dear. That probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated.
I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right.
Coco, you're back! Hey! Yes, we want to hear how your first week has been going. How is it, Coco? Tell us. Well, eggs are eggs. Yeah, I guess that is true, Coffee Cups. I guess eggs are eggs. But why eggs? Couldn't they say that about anything? Well, I guess a muffin is a muffin. Well, I guess coffee is coffee. Like, why why is an egg an egg? So it's true then. The British really don't like seasoning. Is that a thing? I've never heard that before. I like this music. Also, I'm so sad we didn't get a lawyer badge. Come on. Made some parts, did some welding, and I don't even feel like I'm working. Aw, really, Coco? I look at the clock and wow, more than an hour has passed. Aw, that's amazing. Aw, I wish I had a job like that. Whenever I'm at work, I'm like, oh God, it's not even been an hour yet. That's the best. When like time flies, you don't even realize it. The absolute best. That's so cool. Also, welding is just like such a kick-ass talent, you know? Like, oh, I will. Like, oh, that's awesome. My feet die though because I have to stand the whole day. But I'll get used to it. Oh, see that part I've always hated, especially if the floor is like concrete. Oh, it hurts so much. The joke about it, Cole, is that the British conquered the known world and took their spices and never used them in their food. I've never heard that before. They have this thing called blood pudding. They do? Blood pudding? I guess we know where all the vampires went. But I'm a natural. I'm sure you are, though. That's awesome, Coco. Oh, eye welding. And I'd be a little too nervous. I feel like the thing I'd be the most nervous about is woodworking, I think. With the giant saw, and you have to get your hand so close to it to cut it perfectly. Nah, that would freak me out. I could not do that. What is blood pudding? Do I have to look this up now? I've never heard of such a thing. Blood pudding. No, that's black pudding. I'm looking for blood pudding. Blood pudding. Images. What is this? Is it meat? Why is it called pudding? Blood pudding. Oh, it is. It's just a bunch of meat. Ew! Nasty! There are tools you use to make sure the wood stays lined up without getting your hands too close. Is there? I'd be okay with using those ones. My dad does a lot of woodworking, and he gets his hands close, and I'm like, nope, not for me. We have something like that with metal. Basically, every single machine. We have the bending machines. I just imagine Bender from Futurama. The hole punching machines, super fast sand belts that I almost sanded my finger on. Ah! Nasty. Fancy though, Coco. That's awesome. Oh, now I want to rewatch Futurama. If only it was on Netflix. I'd love to watch that again. Bender was always my favorite. Do it. I think I will. Because I'm really close to finishing Archer again, so I might. Oh, it's on Disney Plus? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know if it's here on Disney Plus. I'll look though. I'm always careful, except when I'm not. Aren't we all? That's awesome, Coco. I love that. For using your tools right and keeping track of where your fingers are, it's all pretty safe. Still, it's the fact that there's a giant saw that could cut off my fingers any second. Freaks me out. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Not a fan. Not the fun of it. Not at all. Anyways, let's continue this, shall we?
I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right.
There's young woman that's talking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in the hospital, unconscious.
I wish you guys wanted to talk about work. Aw, I'm so sorry you can't hang out, Coco. We miss you too. Back to lurking. Thanks so much for stopping, Coco. I'm excited to hear more about it on Saturday, when you can actually be here. Dum, 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 dum.
That's despicable! What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind?
Have y'all seen the animated French film, I Lost My Body? I don't think so. Wait, it's French? It's French, Clem? I think you know my stand on the French language as a whole. How dare you bring that word into our ColeHillChills chat? How dare? But no, I don't think I have seen it. Do-do-do. It's Italian. Oh, well, in that case, no, I haven't heard. I lost my body. I haven't heard it or seen it. Is it on YouTube? Can I watch it? What is it about?
I suppose you would have finished whoever it was off if you sought to take down, would you?
This is neither here nor there, Mrs. Naruto.
Brace yourself, Rhinosuke. You've angered her now.
Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. We barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest.
So, there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit.
You do not. Oh, Netflix? Oh, I wasn't sure how long it was or how old it was. On Netflix. Interesting. So what is it? I feel as though you've infiltrated my safe space by mentioning that horrible language. Oh, thank you, streamer. Right? Right? Isn't it just the worst? Watch it. I'm not gonna watch something without someone telling me what it's about.
Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one.
Sorry?
There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the broke now.
Why ever not?
Simple. The prosecutor that been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Barak von Zeeks.
So the same guy?
No!
Sounds like you've heard of him then.
Oh yes, we were very familiar with Lord Van Zeeks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself.
The Reaper of the Bailey.
Well, they have to do 2 hours of French some days. That's gross. Coffee cups, do you know some Spanish? Oh my god. Do we have 2 Spanish speakers in chat?
Lord Barak von Zeeks, who we faced in court only yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play.
Mr. McGilda told us about him before the trial, didn't he?
When Von Zeek stands for the prosecution, they call the accused of sacrificial lambs, but we won against him. We're fine. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned.
This Reaper of the Bailey nickname. I suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty, is that it?
High school was a long time ago. That's fair.
Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Naruto secured a verdict of not guilty.
And what of it?
Oh, well, I think That means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
No, you really don't have a clue, do you?
What do you mean?
What happened to the broken the end, eh? He's dead.
Ah!
Magnus McGowan became a cropper in that omnibus. Went up in flames. So you can't frankly say you saved the defendant, can you?
What? What are you saying?
Look, even if Von Zeeks could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Block magic.
Oh?
I'd have a good long think about that if I were you.
Are we really supposed to believe that? Ah!
So you're saying Von Zeeks killed him? I language is twice a week in school. On Tuesdays it was 2 hours of English and 1 of Italian, and Thursdays it was 2 Italian and 1 of English. Jesus. I would have learned to love his French as well. Blah. No. Well, I am thrilled you don't know French, Clem.
Right, well, I feel very rigorous, I should. And I'm nearly out of chips. So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place?
That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over there holding cells, you can meet the criminal herself.
You've branded him a criminal already?
He's as good as. Suck him like a leaf in his cell, he is. It'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. Is inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way.
Inmate 53. Thank you.
Right on then. Yeah, no worries, Streamer Man. The PlayStation Showcase. That sounds awesome. I didn't know there was one happening. That's awesome, man. As a monolingual English speaker, grammatical gender makes my brain divide by 0.
So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the, Bailey, they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruto? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage, too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell right now. Drippy! Drippy Town, gonna take you to Drippy Town.
How's it going, dude?
And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try. So I think I want to make some inquiries. Will you help? Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant. Thank you. So then, shall we?
Oh, right though, Clem.
Yes, let's go.
Move. I let them move it. Where do we want to go first, guys? Briar Road or the prison? Let's go to Briar Road first. Let's see what we're dealing with. My dad's trying to create a Discord server for his company, so I'm trying to walk him through the... Aww, I love that. Yeah, that's so sweet. Wholesome boomer moments. I love that. I love that. That's because English is actually 3 languages in a trench coat trying to pass itself off as 1 language. Oh, wow, that's a crooked bike. I do not think they're going to be going very far.
It's a snowman! So this is where it happened. Briar Road. Ah! Look, Mr. Naruto.
Frosty the Snowman. That show scared me. that was one of the few shows. I don't know what it was. The animation, the way Frosty moved, he scared me. He still freaks me out a little bit.
Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable.
Yeah, it's a movie at least. There's a couple movies of it.
The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know.
This song, it's a movie. There's probably been different, reanimations of it and stuff, but the original is quite old. I feel like, and the bad guy's creepy too. Just all about it is creepy. Yeah, it's an actual movie. Did you guys really not know this? Oh my god, I've seen it so many times as a kid. I feel like they still air it. It's like one of those classics they put on the air. Like, kind of like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. In the terms of a classic, but like not in that animation style.
Mr. Naruto, do you see what, to see one with my own eyes? They're often depicted in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, but I never dreamt I'd ever come this close. To a real Bobby's helmet. What? The helmet? Of course. I have to try one on one day. Well, I hope your Hattie dreams come true. I don't see Inspector Gregson anywhere. Shall we see if we can sneak past and investigate the scene of the stabbing? Why should we sneak? I don't want to upset one of the Bobbies and be butted on the head by one of those metal helmets. My skull would crack in two, I'm sure. Oh no, an English Bobby would never do such a thing. This is a land of gentlemen, you know.
Uh-huh. Why do I feel like that's not true?
Frosty the Snowman.
I'm innocent! It wasn't me! It wasn't me!
What a delightful snowman. I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy though. Oh, it has a scarf look. You'd need one if you were in the freezing cold all the time. And I wish I had one.
Since my state is not English? Oh, really? Wait, where are you from, Ocean? I don't know if I've asked this before. You don't have to tell us. It's okay, but just wondering.
Genie! How's it going?
What is that? It's a gnome dancing with fire. What an entrance. What an entrance.
I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment too. We certainly can't afford a scarf.
Slovakia! Yo, that's awesome. Hold on. Quick Google shirts. Oh, okay. I thought that's where it was. I had to make sense. I had to make sure in my head. That's awesome. Oh, you've been there, Coffee Cups? That's awesome, man. I feel like I've mostly just seen Slovakia in shows.
But the person who made the snowman certainly would. Yes, I know, you're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. That's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. And the police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed.
Lucy! Oh my god, everyone's here! Everyone is here! Yo, how's it going, Lucy, lovely?
I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons.
I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. You've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern.
Oh no, I'm not getting caught again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on.
Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. It does you no favors at all.
Ugh.
Everyone scream, go! Ah! I feel like if all of us ever met up in person, we'd just be screaming, ah! And then promptly arrested for disturbing the peace.
Ah, this patch of pavement must be where the incident occurred.
Yes, it's a very wide open space, isn't it?
Drippy, that would absolutely be what Drippy would do. That's so funny.
That's true. I can't see anywhere an attacker could have been hiding.
Oi! What do you find us doing here?
Ah!
Oh, just investigating the scene.
Conspiring with the mustache fella from Japan, aren't ya?
Conspiring?
Come here to destroy evidence, have ya? Get out of here! Get out of here before I give you an hiding. Go on. An hiding? What is that? Oh, we love you too, Lucy. Bobby!
He shoot us away like rats.
Yes, we should give him a wide berth, I think.
What a disappointing experience.
Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
Oh, that's a Scotland Yard carriage.
Yeah, I know. Bobby's not cool, man. Bobby's not a real one.
They use vehicles like that to rush crime scenes and cart away criminals.
You're very well informed, aren't you?
It's a long dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London.
Well, just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then.
But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it, wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone.
Okay, she's Maya. I had my doubts. She's absolutely Maya's ancestor. Bruh.
No! I wasn't serious.
Jesus Christ. I guess that's... Oh. Well, would you look at that?
Oh, a British bicycle, look! Oh, the wheel is so misshapen. I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore.
Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling.
It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dresses to allow them to ride as well.
The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that.
Goodness, do you dislike bicycles?
No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both of your feet off the firm ground seems reckless. If you'd ever tried walking on stilts and fallen into a river, I know you'd agree with me.
We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around.
Have you guys ever been on stilts before? I haven't, and I feel like that'd be super fun. Literally has sus in her name and hasn't been accused of murder. Not Maya's ancestor. Well, it's because we're taking that place. We seem to be the ones that keep getting arrested or accused for murder. Twice? Twice this happened to us.
That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history.
Yet. True, Genie, true. In the playground? Wait, explain, Lucy. Do you mean like there were stilts available for you to use in a playground, or you had stilts and you brought them to a playground?
Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, looks in decidedly worse shape than the other houses around here. We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible. Yeah, you're right. Cheap, but ideally with reasonable level floors.
Or you had a playground and you brought it to the stilts. Right. Sorry, I forgot about that third option. Right. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you for clarifying.
Oh, look! At the windows of that building there. Are you sure they're windows? Yes, but they're all filled with bricks. Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property nobody lives at the moment. There's smoke coming from the chimneys, though. Oh dear, everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place.
Like basically, they were the size of like little buckets with strings you hold on to your hands. Oh, I think I know what you mean, Lucy. Yeah, I forgot those were stilts. Those look much safer than the stilts I'm thinking about.
These are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in carriage tracks. It seems carriages often travel down Briar Road. It soon disperses all the snow. Well, I slipped over when I was walking down the pavement earlier. It seems like it would be far safer to walk on the road instead. Oh, but you're rather small, Mr. Naruto, and dressed all in black. I worry coachmen might not see you, and you could be flattened by horses. Well, thank you for the rather small concern.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. Yeah, I totally remember those at toy shops. I don't see them anymore. Aw, Lucy, you should get a pair, and then you can be the same height as me. Oh, the new coffee cups is awesome, man. We couldn't have that in Canada because we just sink in the snow. True. Are there any version of that have snowshoes on the bottom of them? I've never worn snowshoes. It'd be cool to wear them though. They're basically tennis rackets.
Do you see all the black smoke rising from the chimneys? The chimney's over there. It says here that in Great Britain, many people heat their homes in winter using coal.
Yes, Lucy? Snowshoe stilts could be a business venture. You know, it could though. It could though, Genie. Being able to be far away from the snow. If I ever meet you, I'm gonna smack you. Lucy, you'll have to step on your tippy toes if you want to smack me, but you go ahead. I'm kidding. Never seen a moose, don't speak French, never worn snowshoes, Cole is a fake Canadian. No, we don't, no one here has snowshoes. Nobody. It's like, that's more rare than skiing here. Like, you have to really go out of your way to get snowshoes. Oh, Ocean, are you leaving? I totally missed it. Oh, yeah, have a great night, Ocean. Thanks so much for stopping in. I hope you have a great night. You have snow... Well, way to go, Genie. Way to make me look like a fake Canadian. Jeez. Come on, Genie. We gotta have each other's backs. We're Canadian. I'm leaving. No! Lucy, no! I'm sorry.
The only chimneys I really remember seeing in Japan were on top of the bathhouses. Do you think some of those houses could be on fire? Not at all. Well, even so, that much thick smoke building up to the heavens is surely going to turn the whole sky black sooner or later. Gosh, you may be right about that.
Your brother has snowshoes? Oh my god. Great, great. I'm the fake Canadian, everybody. Fake Canadian. Fake Canadian, everybody. Come get your ticket. See the fake Canadian. I guess I have to move somewhere else. Cole doesn't make his own maple syrup either. We've been over this. That's not popular. We've proved this already. We should come with the winter so we can sneak up on Cole with our snowshoes. I dare you. I dare you. No, of course I'm vegan. Of course I don't eat poutine. That has nothing to do with being Canadian.
So, these are British prison cells. Oh, they're ghastly. It feels like a dungeon. Yes, and I've experienced it in Japan myself. I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls.
Poutine? It's French fries, cheese, and gravy? I don't know if they add anything else, but those are the main ingredients of the poutine.
Oh, don't, Mr. Naruto. You're making it seem worse.
Aw, she gets all teary.
Apparently, our client is in the cell here.
Why would you do that to fries? They did nothing wrong. French fries, cheese curds, and hot brown gravy that makes the cheese all melty. Yep, that's basically it. Not for me. Not for me. Yeah, no, not at all.
But it's so dark at the back there, I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like.
Oh, I guess that's true. But is there veggie gravy? I'm vegan. I know you can get fake cheese, but I don't. Is there a veggie gravy? I've never heard of that before. Oh, really, Genie? You know what? I'd try that. I'd be willing to try it just to give it a shot. It's so bad for you. You'd think it was American. Is it not? I always thought poutine was American. Here, friends of cheddar and bacon is very popular, and it's the most disgusting thing I've ever had. Cheddar and bacon? Like with fries or just on its own? Yeah. Please let me know, Genie. Plasmated vegetable stock. Oh, that sounds yummy. I would love that. With fries? Ew. Yeah, that sounds very similar to it, Clem. I'm not about that. Wait, really, Lucy? I can't tell if that's sarcastic or not. Oh, no, I wouldn't get that either, Clem. Nah. When I wasn't vegan, I once had bacon pancakes. Making bacon pancakes. Put some bacon, then you put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. And it was alright. I'd love to make vegan bacon pancakes, though. Honestly? Oh my god, Lucy, that's so funny. Oh my god. No, dead serious, Lucy. I've been vegan for quite a couple of years now. That's so funny. What, did it sound like I was being sarcastic when I said it? It's very, very Canadian. Really? Most Americans have no idea what it is. Really? That's so interesting. No, Chippy, not yet. I have not yet. I'm sorry. Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Oh, you're right. I do remember that, Genie. It's very popular in Quebec. And you know what? Of course it is. Of course it is. Of freaking course, poutine. Yeah. That makes a lot more sense now. I forgot about that. Everything comes crystal clear again. I can see clearly now. Quebec's involved. Stop idling at the back of the cell and show your face at once. Am I a cat? As yet with no name? What? I thought we joked about it like, oh god, Cole's a vegan. Oh! Just like how you guys joked about me being a furry. I understand. But you actually are. Yeah, I'm actually a vegan. That's really funny. No, yeah, dead serious. I've been it for a couple years now. Joked. Yeah, listen here, Drippy. Yes, we were, Genie. Am I a cat as yet with no name? Calling me by a number is utterly, unbelievably, justly unreasonable. I refuse to answer. Mr. Naruto, what? Guys, leave. There's the door. Leave. What do you think is going on here?
I have no idea. But I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints was in Japanese.
Oh. 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 Sir. Are your eyebrows drawn on? Bro, what is that face? What are his eyes? Oh my god, I don't like that at all. Not sure about that one, Chief. Listen here, Lucy. Don't tell me twice. No, Lucy, stay. 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 Just don't make fun of me. I know I'm asking for the impossible, but come on. Anyways.
Excuse me.
Shush! Quiet! Are you good, dude? Oh? 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 I don't feel safe. Toad voice? Oh, sorry, Lucy. Sorry, you gotta read the redemption, sweetie. Toad voice can't be redeemed during Ace Attorney games because I have to voice characters. I am so deeply sorry, Lucy. You're gonna have to give those points back to yourself. Sorry, sweetie. Saved. What if his mustache is his mouth and it's always open? I can't see it. I'm trying to see it. I can't quite see it. If we're leaving, I'll go introduce Lucy to the concept of maple whiskey. Maple whiskey? I should try that. I've never had that. I had maple lemonade a few months ago. It was maple lemonade. I can't see those two flavors mixing together, but it sounds interesting. They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening. Even now, I can sense it.
Right. So could I...
There you are. Wait, you've come to accuse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost.
A ghost?
Okay, I don't like this dude. At least I got the points back. That's true. You think I'd read the rules and conditions? No, I'm sure no one does.
You mean you no harm, prisoner son?
Prisoner son.
Are you Japanese by any chance?
This is beyond my wildest dreams. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. Forgive me for that outburst before. I am so sorry.
No, it's...
I need an adult.
We were just a little surprised, that's all. Imagine it!
Right. It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am in a frightful fix in a foreign land. Oh, he is from Japan. He's doing the anime eyes. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. I do not like this one bit. No, me neither, Genie. So, hearing sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was most monetarily moving moment. What is this man?
Who could have guessed that this new client Lord Strongheart assigned us to would turn out to be a fellow Japanese?
He had those moves. They're putting in all the stereotypes. Oh my god, he just did the very odd parents thing. He's Mr. Cracker. Think about that abomination. Cole's gonna turn around, give him a thumbnail. Shh, what are you talking about, Jiffy? What are you talking about?
Very odd parents.
How does he talk? He's like Mr. Cracker.
To be Turner, I would assume.
How did he talk? I'll try my best. I'll try my best.
No. What compassion my fellow countrymen show.
Oh, Crocker. Not Cracker, are you sure? Are you 100% about that? I swear it was Cracker. Oops.
To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student. Very odd parents! Noble, nurturing, never failing Nippon. A first-class lawyer? No, dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example. Yes, I can, I will. Sense.
Did he just do a Naruto hand symbol? Did he just do the rat symbol with his hands?
Shall stay sullen and silent. I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but seems happy. Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I am a lawyer, as you said. My name is Drainosuke Naruto. And I am Naruto-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. I am a visiting student.
A student?
Sent here by our government. Electricity. Name Natsumi. Sosuke Natsume.
Bruh. Can I leave?
Sosuke Natsume. Me, son. What an unusual name.
Yeah, Rhinosuke Naruto. What an unusual name.
Kill me, Sosuke, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku. It's something of a non-de-plume. A non-de-plume? You mean an Alice's?
Wait, are they giving us their names in Western fashion or Eastern? Good question. I don't know.
No! Don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that. In haiku? That really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say you were a visiting student sent over here by the government? Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. First I had to suffer that misery, and now this is beyond my pale.
Stop. He looks like a South Park character when he does that with his eyes. That's absolutely how they draw them.
Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course. Oh.
But just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it. No.
What do you mean?
If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievably, honestly unreasonable.
He looks like he's constipated when he clenches his teeth like that. Yes, it does. Yes, he does.
I see.
Only the other day, I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on white washi.
Okay, dude. Oh my God, he's doing the fingers. He's doing the made you look fingers.
So, you must be a man of great standing. Oh yes, I'm often told that.
And often like to be told, it seems.
Yeah, that one. His eyebrows have to be fake.
Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soki-san? I didn't do it. I didn't commit that atrocious murder. Murder? Oh, no. No, it's all right. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes.
Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker?
I didn't see anyone.
Oh my God.
What?
If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here? Oh dear, it seems this case has become rather complicated.
What?
Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inextricably, irritatingly, inconvenient. Very odd parent.
So, Sasuke-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker.
It's vital that we find out more about the case.
How dare you get stabbed and die in front of me? I know, the audacity.
It was
It's such an God, you're such an inconvenience for me.
It was an accursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. I've been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to the accused lodgings.
Sure, the bookshop wasn't a curse too.
As I was walking along the accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman, wearing a green overcoat, she was, and just as I went to overtake her...
Oh,
She suddenly let out a scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
oh, I hate laundry coffee cups. Least favorite chore. Can't stand it. Can't. Just the worst. Just the worst. Oh,
How terrible. I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. Very odd parents.
Slight exaggeration there, perhaps.
I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings.
That's not good. That's no good. That's no good. That's not good there, governor.
They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that. Tell me, Sasuke-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours? Don't be ridiculous. Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English, and a young woman at that?
headache. Wait, do you actually have a headache, Drippy? Or are you saying it's because of my British Sonic voice? I'm sorry either way.
I'm different.
Oh, it's just like I'm different.
I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people.
clearly, as you yell at me, both. Oh, I'm sorry, Drippy Man. I'm sure I'm not helping.
I see. A young woman, unknown to Sasuke-san. And at the time it happened, who else had you seen nearby? Did anyone pass you?
Regrettably, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul.
No one? Oh, great.
So the victim was unknown to you, and there was nobody else on the street at the time? That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it?
Huh? What conundrum?
Huh. More talking to this guy. Great.
What do you mean, Sasato-san? What's the conundrum?
Well, if Sasuke-san has just told us it is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim, and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen. I did.
But if that's the case, surely his name, this man, has to be the culprit.
Alec, you... What did you just say?
Nothing, I didn't say anything. Whoops, perhaps I thought that a little loudly.
Yes, you did.
Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Sasuke-san actually come to be arrested?
Sorry?
He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place?
Oh, yes, she's right.
It was him! And the cursed great detective! He led the police to me! Of all the bad luck!
A cursed great detective? Could it be?
I should never forget that man's name as long as I live! With his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness! Brash, big-headed, bushy body, be gone!
Yeah.
May you be cursed until the end of your days, Sherlock Holmes!
I knew it.
There he is, ladies and gents. Jesus. It really does look like he's constipated, Genie.
Mr. Sholmes!
Ugh.
Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure.
There was nothing after that nightmare that unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when
He's a mouse, confirmed.
when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me. This is the police. Put the weapon down. Yes, it was a thin sliver. I guess it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Discussing dietary discrimination devils.
Okay, dude.
You clearly had a trying morning yesterday.
And there he was in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That's Sherlock Holmes.
It's actually Sherlock Holmes. He's English.
I've since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London. Yes, the great detective is really very well known. And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me, this weak, stupid kitten of a man.
Kitten? Let's not go there, dude.
I wonder what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time.
Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be a really most unreasonable. But the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in. Of course you were. That's only natural. I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing questions after me. Impossible English. Fingers forward, flammery.
Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English.
Good point, good point. My mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes I do, and I'm fine. Next thing I knew, I was in medicals. And before I knew it, I was turning here. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising.
I'm fine? He's not fine now.
Mr. Naruto, Esquire!
Oh? You can just call me Naruto. And when we're speaking English, a simple mister is more than enough.
Oh yes, alright, yes, they've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind.
Poisoning my mind.
But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you?
Well,
A bug just attacked my face. Get out of here.
Why is it so hard to say yes to me?
well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself.
Wait. $33. Yeah, that sounds about right. 44, 52. Yeah, they all sound up. Good job, game. Good job.
Yeah, a student?
I have defended the case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means.
Naruto-san.
I'm not even the foreign student who's supposed to be here. I'm sort of a locum lawyer, I suppose.
But then, I'm banned. That's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire.
It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend.
Keepsake. I knew exactly what they're saying about me.
Oh? What do you mean?
The lawyers, all the British defense lawyers, they won't defend me.
Goodness, why? Why do you say that?
I'm ugly. I mean, for the same reason as you mentioned that you know before, when it happened. There was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit.
I mean, am I wrong?
It must be very hard for you, Sasuke-san.
It is. Anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, somebody not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of my time, they said, and of course the foreigner did it. Look at his eyebrows. They even had the gall to say, man doesn't understand half of what's being said to anyway.
That's awful.
They're wrong. I study more English than half of the policemen out there on the streets. I traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's countries and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through.
Sasuke-san, it's just that you're so ugly. I mean, give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can for the time being.
What do you mean?
We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you. Welcome, student, Mr. Naruto Esquire.
Okay, dude.
We should be going then, Naruto-san. We have a case to prepare for.
Anyways, I guess back to here. For snack time. Aw, I love that. I know when it's time to feed my dogs, I get so happy. They love it. You got more chips, I see.
What's the Japanese delegation doing here?
Oh, Inspector Gregson.
This is not a tourist trail, and I'm fairly sure you're well aware.
Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
So you've been told. You've been to hold yourselves then. What do you make of the criminal?
He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect.
Hicks! Well, we'll see about that. The Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Well, say what you will, but it doesn't bother me. The bloke's in the court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion.
Look, a stone cold air of rejection. Take heart. London at this time of the year is full of stone cold air. That makes it worse somehow.
No, it makes it better. Makes it much better. Have I already talked to him about all this stuff?
Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I heard about it in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard. It's the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find anywhere in the world, madame.
Oh, and you know, I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make them, look at the part. Seeing the policeman here, there with his helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city.
The air when it's snowing, the air when it's raining. Do I agree with that? That's hard. That's really hard. I would say the air when it's snowing or raining, either one is better than the air any other time. Like, those are the two best conditions. I don't know. Do I find the snow air better? I can't tell. I can't tell. Next time it rains or snows, I'm going to have to take a mental note. Like, all right. I breathe in, breathe out. I need to adjudicate this air to get back the drippy. But,
Oh yes! Doesn't he look wonderful?
Bobby, it's hard going, I can tell you.
Oh, really?
First thing in the morning, you know what he does. Goes round and rouses up all the laborers on his beach so they can get off to work.
What? He wakes people up?
Nope, raps on the window with a long pole. Did it myself going back a bit.
I had no idea.
The Bobby works for the people of the town.
I don't like raining air. It makes me feel like I need gills. I love rainy air, man. I like the ozone air right before a thunderstorm. The ozone air. But, ooh. Usually before a thunderstorm, it's a little too muggy for me. I feel like it gets too hot. Anything with heat, I'm like, nah. Nah, I'll pass.
After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day.
Jesus.
That's the regulation distance.
I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way.
20 miles a day? Bruh.
Let me see. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far.
A step too far.
And when it gets dark, of course, that's the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps.
Oh my.
Is Gregson like the game's gumshoe? Or is that Sholmes? Yeah. I think it's Gregson, but I can't tell. I think it's Gregson. Yo, streamer, what's up, dude? You seem excited. What's up, man? Tell us the good news.
I suppose in between all of those duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well.
Spider-Man 2? Ooh, Venom? I love Venom. One of my favorite villains. Ooh, that sounds so good. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look up the trailer now. I haven't played the first one. Wolverine made by Insomniac. Oh wow, they're making a lot of Marvel games then, eh? Oh, I gotta look them up. It sucks I can't play the Spider-Mans though. I would kill to play the Spider-Man games.
And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly. More alongside, but yes. I expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men kneeling over from time to time, I admit.
I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said.
Oh, wait. It has him in it? Wait, I'm confused. Wolverine. Oh yeah, so it's a proper Spider-Man sequel. Okay, gotcha.
But it's a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruto.
Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do.
Interesting. Drippy, I've quoted you saying that so many times in my real life now. Every time I say interesting, I'm just like, interesting. And no one gets it. 2023? Bummer.
It happened around 5 in the evening, 2 days ago, just there on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind.
It's right that the lady is still unconscious now. He mentioned that she's been treated in a hospital.
I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartest, we won't be able to find out much about her at all.
I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course.
There's a map of the local area. I happen to have it on me. You can take it if you want.
Yo, Drippy Genie, we gotta play Splitgate sometime. I've been playing a lot of it recently, and I'm getting much better. You guys aren't gonna have to carry me as hard as I thought you guys would. I'm getting much better. God of War 2? Oh, nice. God of War 2. Wait. Isn't there, like, more than 2 God of Wars? Isn't there, like, God of War, like, up to 4 of them or something?
Really? Are you sure?
It's your policy to give lawyers defending suspects the odd bit of information to go on.
Yeah, yo, we're totally going to, Drippy. We're totally gonna play it. We just haven't picked the time to play it yet, that's all. Another GTA 5 trailer. What do you mean GTA 5? The game's been out for God knows how long. New God of War 2. Oh, they soft rebooted it. Okay.
I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still.
Thank you, Inspector.
So what are they changing in GTA 5? Is there anything that new they're adding?
Anyways, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countryman. So who did it, do you think? Not much of a head-scratcher, is it?
The porting it to PS5? Oh my god. So it's gonna be on 3 generations of consoles? That's crazy.
Well, I know Mr. Natsumi is also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but
just because we didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present.
That's it? Wow. God damn, man.
I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure.
How?
Because, ma'am,
No Papa Rappa 3. No!
because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed.
yeah, what?
We have 2 very reliable witnesses, no less.
Ah!
It was a typical foggy day in London days, and your clients obviously didn't see them. They were witnesses now.
They were witnesses now.
All right, well, let's hear about them. Oh, rip. Good luck, Genie. Thanks so much for stopping in. And good luck with the campus. You will effing chat for Genie, everyone. Effing chat for Genie. I hope you have a terrific night, Genie.
Who are these witnesses, Inspector?
The fellow and his wife. The man's one of the most reliable, respected citizens in all of London. He's a copper from Scotland Yard.
Ah! Policeman. That might change things. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked.
Nothing peculiar about that, Mom. Part and parcel of being a Bobby, catching them bang in the act and all that.
Do you think it might be possible for us to ask the policeman a few questions?
Be my guest. You can ask him what you like. In court tomorrow.
Oh,
That know that he'll be summoned as a witness. So, that'll give you something to look forward to.
that's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. A policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed. Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector.
But,
The person who led you to the suspect. I hear that was Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
what are you bringing him up for?
Was it something I said? The color is drained from his cheeks.
Where did you hear that name from?
Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsumi who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes' inspirational great deductions.
Fiddle faddle! Fiddle faddle!
Ah,
The man's an amateur. I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere.
oh,
I don't know where he gets his information from, but it turns up at the scene of the crime. Running around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case.
yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he?
That's not the word I would use. Are we talking about the same guy here, Phoenix? I mean Phoenix. Ryan? The guy who thought you were arrested? And you were the criminal?
He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he?
Gibble gobble.
Ah,
Never seen this before?
oh yes, that's Where's Magazine. The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears.
Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, here's a misadventure to be included in any Sherlock Holmes tale at all.
Well, I suppose there is an element to that.
We work our socks off. Every one of us, only to be throttled by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man is dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to our criminals.
That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly, the great detective and the police have a complex relationship.
Well then.
But,
That Twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not?
well,
Makes no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole.
A barge pole? What is that?
because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean?
There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It's all a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now.
Yes, we did hear something to that effect.
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum, the master criminals, the violent ones.
The master criminals? The violent ones?
I mean, haven't both cases been have been stabbings? How violent do they need to be? That's a very long pole used to reach the bottom of a canal. Oh, so the barge can move. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Conflicus, man. That is a long cane.
That's right. He handpicks his victims. Only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins.
But Mr. Natsumi wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely.
That's just my point, Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but he didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So, this isn't sort of the case I'd expect the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase.
Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
Yeah, no worries, Shippy Man. Have a great night, dude. And thanks so much for hanging out with us. And I hope your head gets better. Headaches suck. They're the worst. You can't enjoy anything when you have a headache. You just gotta rest. It's stupid. It's dumb. Anyway, have a great night, Jiffy Man.
No, there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taken an interest.
Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
You think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness? You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial.
Are we really gonna have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it?
His email. You can find the Lord Bailey at the Lord of Darkness at gmail.com.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get any more useful information out of the detective.
He vanishes.
You are of no use to me.
Vanish snaps him away.
Mr. Naruto, can I make a suggestion? Oh, yes, what is it?
Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this.
By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes?
Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, exactly.
Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsumi did blame Mr. Sholmes for all of this, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again.
The trouble is, we have no idea the man's at.
It's Baker Street. Of course she knows where he lives.
How do you know that?
It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world.
Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We better try to find our way there before Sasato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable.
Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage.
So, we're to have a reunion already with the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Ba-da. Up. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys mentally prepared to see him again? I don't know if I am.
Thank you very much. It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day.
Good day.
Thanks again. This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
That was it? Cool. Oh my god. Oh, there's stuff everywhere. Oh, this would be a nightmare for me. Wait, was it that? Yeah. Oh, I know. What is that lame voice? And also, are you Japanese or are you British? Make up your mind. Like, come on. I hate it. Should have been me, man. I should have been the voice actor. They should have seen my streams on Twitch. Should have been like, that's the voice we need for Ryan. Has to be ColeHillChills' voice. Anyways, they're missing out, man. They're missing out.
So, this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow.
Take note, Ace Attorney. This is what you're missing out on. This is what you're missing. I'm sorry.
It is described in the stories, Mr. Sato-san. Susato-san?
Oh no. Many famous cases have been solved here in this very room.
Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes.
Wait, did we walk in? Where is he? Is he not? Why are we just in his house?
I've never read the stories, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as it seems to be.
The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it. The romanticism. Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruto?
Oh, I suppose I can, yes.
So, if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer.
Please, don't mind me.
We let ourselves in? Oh my god. He's gonna attack us. He's gonna do his famous, you wanna go? You wanna go? You know, the boxing thing. Was that a skull? There was a skull. There was a skull in one of those on the shelf.
It looks like our detective friend isn't home at present.
Then why is the fire on? Dude, I have so many concerns. We let ourselves in. There's no one here. The fireplace is on. Oh, do we have a visitor? Right.
Hello. Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes?
Hello.
You do coffee cups? That's not alarming.
Wait. Aren't you?
Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once.
I'm sure it's the same girl. Mr. Sato, did you see the girl who was just here?
Oh, yes. Isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case.
The King of where, yeah?
King William Gottfried Sigismund von Ormstein, of course.
Sorry? I'm drawing a blank. Forget the invented Sherlock Jones for a moment and look over there.
The tea is brewed, and I have a freshly baked cake as well. Ah, it's you.
I knew it. Susato-san recognizes her too.
It's Ceramic. Okay. That's fine. I don't think this one's fake though. This one looks real. Yep, the girl with the bazooka. We know. We saw her. We knows whose that is.
It's the girl who turned over the end of the Mr. McGilded's trial to the defendant's antechamber.
I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. poor are you having to go get straight to work when you're only just arrived in London?
No, yes it was. Challenging.
Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know.
No, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color?
What is this music?
Oh my! What a fragrant yet mellow flavor. Hooray! It's a winner. I tried blending different leaves, designed to alleviate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Hold on! Look at Look at her backpack. Look at her backpack. She's got little figurines on them. It looks like they're detectives. It almost looks like Animal Crossing's almost characters. They're so cute. I love them. I love them. That's so freaking cute. Okay. Anyways. Sorry for the distraction.
Oh, and you defended a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck.
Did Mr. Shams tell you about us by any chance?
Oh, you know Hurley, do you?
Hurley? Mr. Shams to you, Shirley?
Mr. Shams was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see.
Welcome back, Streamer Man. Was the rest of the event good?
Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he just returned from overseas.
Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time yesterday after the trial, and only briefly after that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all those things, do you think?
And perhaps more to the point.
Getting the voices mixed up.
Perhaps more to the point. Why is she here in Mr. Shulman's suite?
The new Borderlands? No. There are so many Borderlands. What is this one called now? The event finished ages ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries, Streamer Man. I thought I was still going. Wonderland. Borderlands Really? So it's not Borderlands anymore. It's Wonderland. I'll take a look at it, because I played the first game, and it was fun. I liked it. A fantasy version? Ooh, I would definitely be interested in that.
Oh, silly me. I haven't introduced myself, have I? It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. I live here together with Hurley.
Ah, Iris, is it? What a lovely name.
What?
What's the matter?
No, wait, this can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson?
Oh, Sherlock and Wilson? Wilson's a girl this time?
What's the matter, Susato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden?
Yes, that's right. And what are your names?
Oh, I'm Ryanosuke Naruto, a lawyer from Japan.
Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. It's wonderful to meet you. Lovely. Susie and Runo. Got it.
No. Susie and Runo. No.
Susie?
And Runo? There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her, I don't know where to start.
It's got dragons and magic. Oh, that sounds so good, man. There's also a game that was if Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, and Raft had a child? What was it called? I'll also look up that one.
Yes, and so do I.
Okay, well, let's talk to this little girl.
It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey?
Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh no, not at all. I'm sorry we couldn't have, been more welcoming.
Though at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us.
That's the one.
Like this.
Go!
Ah, thinking back now, you left Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you?
No, yes, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade.
Oh, Jeannie? Yeah, she's a professional pickpocket.
So we found out.
It's very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that.
Are you referring to that trial-disrupting gun-like contraption?
Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my inventions.
This girl is dangerous.
Anyway, I brought Jeannie back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician.
Sorry, you're a technician.
Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley? Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We live here together.
I had no idea that the great detective had such an interesting young daughter.
Daughter? Not likely.
What?
I wouldn't call him a Hurley if he was my father, would I?
I guess not.
Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I suspect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost of a partner, a roommate.
Your roommates?
I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you?
Oh, Jesus, she's 10 years old. Oh my God. Here we go. Tichia? Chia? Tichia? There was also a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Ooh, I heard a lot of people like that one.
10 at last this year.
Well, what of your mother and father?
No, they're not around.
Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there.
Wilson.
Oh yes, there's something I must ask you. Of course. Go ahead, Susie. I am a great fan of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes and... Oh, you have a copy of Rats magazine? Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting. My stories are being read on the other side of the world.
My stories?
That's right. Harley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness! Last night, he was telling me all about the new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came. So you are the author? Yes. I'll let you in on a secret, if you like. I'm going to call this latest adventure The Speckled Bond.
The Speckled Bond? But that's certainly very familiar.
Oh yeah, no worries, True Man. Have a great night, dude. And thanks so much for hanging out with us. I'll definitely look that up. The Wonderland and Tichia, they sound awesome. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't. Then I'll be disappointed I can't play them. No, I will look them up. Have a good night. Have a good night, dude. Ow.
Of course. I always change one or two details in the stories here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble.
Oh, that was Mr. Shone's first thought as well, actually.
Yes, and of course I knew that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but... It's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you? So, do you mean to say... Are the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in the Rats magazine all written by me, Yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, by Dr. John H. Wilson.
Susata-san's getting more and more worked up.
Yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? That's all true too. I am a doctor of medicine.
No, at 10 years old.
At 10 years old.
Well, that's quite incredible.
But, Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Yes. I did alter the setting slightly for the stories to be more compelling. Oh! Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow.
Yes, it does.
I suppose it does, yes.
Poor Susata-san. She looks like her whole world is just falling apart.
Your deductions just now.
About before.
Yes. What's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me.
How did you know? That I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean.
Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all of that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'd be delighted. Although, there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin.
Aww.
Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
Oh no. Her version of it now?
Oh! First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Bruno. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber.
But you also said that we'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that?
I observed the passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket.
No.
So I'm reasonably confident that you must have just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against a particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs.
The Reaper of the Bailey. I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet the suspect, weren't you, earlier today? Ah! They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see. I didn't realize. And the red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So, it told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded Tribe Magnus Begilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particular sad expression on your face. So I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case.
I see.
But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home for a few hours straight, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling.
A Japanese man? Well, clearly, that must have been.
Mr. Natsumi! Now, Minu has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both came from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead to. You both came here to
to ask Hurley about the case.
Yes. She's actually good at her job, and she's 10 years old.
There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his notes with a knife. You know, he is silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct?
They were spot on.
That was so amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction.
You even managed to certain something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery.
Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is really good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Coco! Hey, how's it going? Stopping in for a visit, are we?
Oh, no worries, Coco. Oh, that's so nice of you to come in and say goodnight. I really appreciate that. I hope you have a wonderful night, Coco, and I'm excited to hear all about your welding on Saturday. Do get those stories in order, because I will want to hear them. Yeah, we'll see you on Saturday, Coco. Have a great night.
The case to the Japanese man.
So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended the Japanese man, you were saying.
Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene.
Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems.
Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene. A short, shifty-looking, stooped man.
Mr. Natsumi, beyond any doubt. Sasuke-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there were witnesses after all.
Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room, very nearby. He went directly there with the police. And what did they find? A short, shifty-looking stooped man, shivering in fear.
Ugh, Mr. Sholmes' great deduction certainly hit the mark that time.
Of course it did. He's a great detective.
Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it?
Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime.
No.
Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear. I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. But that's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating the cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workers of the world's greatest justice system.
I suppose it is. But in that case, I don't hold much. I don't hold that much hope for Sasuke-san.
Jesus, I can't read.
Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative.
Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? And as you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about the case as well.
Ah, well. I expect Hurley is still investigating at the scene.
Of the case involving Mr. Natsumi, you mean?
Yes, Mr. Nuts. Oh, not so May. Hurley said he was going to the man's lodging. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there.
Iris, do you know where those lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there?
Yes, we know Inspector Gregson.
Oh, goody. In that case, give Gregsy this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know.
What is this?
A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems.
Excellent.
It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it?
Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try.
Good luck, then. I'm going to return to my writing, my manuscript, The Speckled Bond. And I'll be making more special blended tea, so come back again soon. We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris.
Yep, we're bribing him. Are we really shocked, though?
Well, Mr. Naruto, it's back to the scene of the crime.
Yep, yes it is.
So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene of Iris's curious note, and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand.
Doesn't it, though, coffee cups? To be canned. Immediately. Save. Let me save the game. Oh, my neck is so sore. I slept on it very wrong last night.
It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigations.
Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible.
Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him.
Hey there, dude. We got you a little present. Little present. What? Oh, I can examine it? Aw. Yo, I love Iris. She's so sweet. Like, she's a genuinely good person. And she's good at what she does, and she's nice, and like, it's rare for this game to have a character like that.
Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure.
We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson.
What? For me? From her ladyship?
Her ladyship?
Give that here at once. Come here, hand it over. That's for me.
No, don't wait for me to give it to you, will you?
Is that a book in his hat? Every time he moves, it looks like it's a book, but I'm not too sure.
What was that coin exactly?
It's a silver coin, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee. That's what it is.
An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean...
That's right. For the event of her rock shows. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me every time.
Yes, yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly.
Of course, try using my name without my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still.
I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you.
Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know, then, eh?
In this game, competent usually means asshole. Yeah, exactly, coffee cups.
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that you won't be a problem, it says.
And anyone who's incompetent is also quite a character. No normies anywhere.
Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know?
Well, If you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsumi Lodgings.
It's a nice wielding, mustache Japanese fellow. He lives in a right hovel. It's just over there, look.
Oh, it was literally right there.
On the first floor of the house in the corner where that wreck of a bicycle's popped up.
That is nearby indeed.
If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garabab. Garadab. Right, well. If you see her again, you make sure to give her ladyship I requires you here. That means... tell her the Gregson sends its very best wishes.
Don't worry, Inspector. We will.
Goodbye for now, then. And I'll live the ladyship.
Meow. Goes up to space.
Well, at least you told us we wanted to know before you left.
Yes. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsumi's lodgings?
Definitely.
What? Oh no, we already heard about this. Didn't we? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I have to hit move. That's why. Did he just put his french fries in his pocket? Yeah, he's done that quite often. He shoves them right into his pocket. Gross, man. Well, this is a house. Everything's crooked. Everything is crooked. Oh! Hi there!
Boy! Boy, she looks like Kirby. Boy! Boy, Boy, boy!
May I help you?
Ah, yes. Will this be the residence for Mr. John Garadab?
Indeed, it would be, sir. And who may I say is calling? A cannon, yes it is.
My name is Rhinosuke Naruto.
Mr. Naruto is representing Mr. Soki Natsumi. I believe he takes lodgings there.
Fries and ketchup? Nah, fries and pocket lint. Ew. Ew, nasty. With ink. Because I'm surely newspapers, and from this time, were riddled with ink. Like, you know, it would just come soaking out of it. So, those french fries, God, are only about 50% french fries, man. That's nasty. Ah! Yummy, no.
We would very much like to ask some questions about their client.
What is her face doing? One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garabdab.
Did you see that, Mr. Sato? That was a real-life English maid.
I know. As I understand it, anyone standing in English society employs a number of household staff.
Makes poutine sound pretty good. Yeah, I'm with Clem on this one. Not quite coffee cups.
That was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. No, this day keeps getting better.
I do want fries though now. I really do crave some French fries. I haven't had French fries in a long time.
It certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it?
We really only need to, we need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete.
Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand that sentiment.
Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrett will now see you. This way. Oh, God. He's a moon. He's the moon. Oh, God. There's just... I have a lot of questions. Wow, that's a lot of shattered stuff. Can we ask about the cannon first, maybe?
That's a full-size cannon! What's it doing in here?
Oh my! It's real! I thought it might be a replica.
That hunting? Bah! That should have marked it a toy.
Sorry?
The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never knew.
Ew, don't stir your tea with a pipe.
Never knew when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about the house.
Really? It isn't overkill?
Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy.
Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Gary Deb?
Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. Then dry very well in the cannon there, Joan tells me. Which rather proves my point, I feel.
It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame.
Well, I guess we're supposed to talk to him first.
Good day to you. John Garridow at your service.
Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryan Oski Naruto. He's a defense lawyer.
Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwand, don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from the service. Handed over the ring to the up-and-comings.
So he's a retired soldier.
It's a hell of a job getting up and down stairs now. I can tell you, don't get out much, as you can imagine.
It's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? Well, I was panting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruto. Oh, do you think so? Well, Mr. Garib, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
No, it was nothing. The medal was just a folderol, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly.
Okay.
Dash it all, woman! Be careful!
Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. I do beg your pardon, sir.
If you jolly nearly took the skin off my hands.
I should be more careful, sir.
So anyway, there you have it. Living a quiet life now.
Now I understand why the whole house is in tatters. She's very clumsy.
Yes, I see.
Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right?
Yes. We would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only too pleased naturally. Especially if it helps you keep the peace here in Blightly. We forged an alliance with an empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it?
One even had some famous detectives poking around. You know, in his old house, would you believe?
Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
I'm gonna quickly change my batteries so it doesn't stop nagging me about how they're almost dead. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so...
Anyway, the chop's investigation. The foreigner's room as we speak.
So he's in Sosowski's room.
It's a bally nuisance, is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
Well, let's hear about him.
About Mr. Natsumi, then. Mr. Giradeb, please do tell us.
Ah, yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week.
Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in recently, then.
We have 2 lodgers most of the time. One on the ground floor and one just below us. The first floor, then we go. Ah! Dash it all, Joan, be careful.
Oh, my goodness. I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was shady. I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Her face is just Kirby's cheeks. Slap. Slap.
Oh, why?
He seemed to have a most nervous disposition. always shaking and looking over his shoulder. This man had a shady written across his sweet-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything.
We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all?
Yes. Oh, yes, indeed there was.
And she's dying to tell us.
All right, let's hear it.
How do you notice anything else about your lodger, Mr. Natsumi?
Oh my word, yes. The man was shady than an orchard. Shady than an orchard. I've never heard that before, but that's good.
Could you elaborate?
Well, take the man's room, especially stuffed all of books it is, more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day, then comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time. Everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
No, I see.
The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I never known that Japanese fella to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning.
Ah! Could you clarify something, I wonder?
What, pray?
How did you know so much about Mr. Natsumi's routine?
Oh!
I'd understand that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct?
That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level.
Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example. Even the times they go to bed.
Good grief, Jones! Be more careful, woman!
Oh my goodness, sir! I'm terribly sorry, sir!
Something doesn't add up here.
They're hiding something.
It seems the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the windows at around that time?
The window.
Yes. We noticed the window over there looks out over the Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement, just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
5 o'clock is the dinner time in the Gabardev household. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at the hour. And with fog as well. I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
Oh, I see.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as?
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well,
Yes? Was there something then?
well, nothing particularly significant, but around a sort of time here, there. Ah! For the love of God, Joan! Watch what you're doing.
Oh, dearie me! What have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow.
Oh, yes?
I have an exceedingly good memory. As far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here this afternoon. Nothing at all.
Oh, really? Mr. Garrett? The way you were talking before, it sounded like, it sounded rather like there might have been.
Oh, well, as I was saying, it's just a trifling matter, really. Nothing of.
Can this woman stop? Oh my God! Why does she keep interrupting?
Joan, gosh, dash it all. What does it matter if you woman?
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to quite uneventful meal, Joan?
That's right, Mr. Garadeb.
What is the matter with these two?
It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what?
I wish I knew. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsumi's room is on?
Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor.
And Mr. Shelms is investigating there, even as we speak.
Yes, he told me Nat's his name. Had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsumi has engaged Mr. Shelms' services?
That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around in Mr. Natsumi's room, I mean?
Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs.
Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we?
Yes, and while we're there, we can speak of Mr. Shelms again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. Interesting. All right, let's finish examining this room first. That looks like a Medal of Honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner.
Yes, it's displayed with some pride. I would say, although it bothers me that it's not straight.
What? What that old thing?
Sorry?
I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn it in his grave if I disposed of it. The wall's the best place for it. It keeps the bally thing out of my way.
So it's just been polished and shot by accident, I suppose.
There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look. Let me see. It says, "For distinguished participation." Participation?
Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for.
Wow, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet, but I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals of his name, of course. Common knowledge in military cycles.
Yeah, surely.
That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it?
It's clearly been well looked after, though.
That old thing, Oops.
Oh?
Wore that ceremonial garb at my tyrant base, as you know. But I'm not one for dwelling on the past me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
Oh, I see.
Perhaps we should leave the past in the past.
Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely.
Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm gonna have a really quick look. Just a little peek.
Ahem, ahem.
Maybe that's not Mr. Satsu. I think the maid is gonna head us off with a cup of tea.
Ahem, ahem. On the ground? What is this? Black tar? The carpet's burned. Was there a fire? It looks like it.
I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garadab. Do you enjoy reading?
Never experienced a London winter boy. The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book. That sounds so relaxing. I want that.
Oh, there's a copy of Rest magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garadab enjoys the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, too. The great detective has a great many followers, it would seem.
Are those giant shells?
Are those mortar shells? They're enormous. Ah, I didn't notice. What are those doing there?
The broken stuff? Oh yeah, on the right side? Good point, coffee cups. Ah, those old things. A couple of little rounds I accidentally fired into the barracks during the training, you know. Became a bit of a colorful regiment folklore, that incident.
You mean you deliberately hunted out the spent shells?
Wow, I wouldn't say deliberately, exactly. They're only scrap iron after all, usually just thrown away, I believe. But you never know when things might come in useful, do you?
Useful for what exactly?
Yes, well. Joan here did manage to knock one of the bally things on my foot the other day while she was just dusting.
Oh no!
Hadn't shed a tear since 1869 before then, you know.
Maybe you're considering throwing them away.
Alright, let's take a look over here. The broken stuff.
Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my! A genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken and the crockery is, oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps a cannon was fired at it. Yes, probably something like that, but let's not delve too deeply here.
They fired a cannon inside? Bruh.
Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleamy silver cake stand. Lined up? Looks more like someone has half demolished them to me.
Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It's quite the English way. It's Mr. Garadeb's custom to take 2 cakes with his tea.
That sounds delightful. Oh, wait a minute, though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand.
Well, naturally. And it would never do to waste the leftovers. So, whenever Mr. Garab doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you shall have to tidy up.
How magnificent of you.
So she eats the rest of the cake. Understood.
This window looks but over Briar Road, where the young woman was attacked. No, yes, I can make out the policeman on the far side of the road, investigating the crime scene. The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clearly. Does this thing open at all, I wonder?
I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir.
Sorry?
As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in a pot. No Londoner will go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you.
It seems very unlikely these two would have seen anything on the incident then.
Interesting. I think that's all we can examine? I still want to know what happened here. Oh, I can click on this.
That portrait of Mr. Garadeb is glaring at me, I swear.
Have you noticed that all of the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Gyaradev as well?
Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well.
Ah, yes, it seemed to come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket.
Seem to come back? What do you mean?
The chap who runs the place is a bolly wizard. Went in to sell something and came out with that thing. In point of fact, now I think about it, I rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need.
The lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements.
Chisatsa doesn't pull her punches, or her throws for that matter.
I think that's it. Yes, it is. Awesome. All right, guys, that's gonna be the end of the stream for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had a great time, and we will be back on Saturday to finish, by the looks of it, Zelda. Until then, I hope you all have a terrific time. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.